Yeah, buddy.
It was crazy. We sat here and talked while we were setting up, so I feel like we exhausted the pre-banter.
Pre-banter got stretched out.
I think that's why sometimes we be trying to like, that's so much to say, but I want to wait till we start recording. But
I guess we all ready.
I guess we could just start recording.
Okay.
You start the episode.
Let's get it popping.
You know what it is? Zach didn't jump down in the chair.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't say nothing funny. He must be tired today.
Yeah, he said that as soon as he came in.
We got old man Zach on the pod today.
Nah, I just got
You said got
All right, let's get it started.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I am what I am, and I'm going to be the very best of what I am. And for those who don't like me confidentially, I don't give a damn. I'd like to thank you for letting me be myself.
Welcome back to Warm the Crib. I'm Ramon.
I'm Darian.
and I'm Zach.
And this is episode number 19.
Yeah.
Another 2 for 2 today.
2 for 2. We got to get them out there.
Yes,
We got
sir.
to do it. Got to get that content.
I'm excited to hear what you watched today. Well, first off, let's start off with what are you grateful for, sir? I'm jumping all in this shit.
I'm grateful for my wife. For always believing in me and always holding me down and always making sure I stay on the right path. Always trusting in me. So yeah.
Yeah, I saw an exchange you guys had on Facebook. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, that's my baby. I love her to death.
Zach, what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for my dog.
Your dog?
You have a dog?
You got a dog?
There's so much more to know
Yo,
about
why
this
are
nigga.
we keep finding more and more stuff about him? Like,
I'm grateful for my friends. My friends helped me on this weight loss journey, but my dog, he been with me since, let's see. Yeah, maybe elementary, going to middle school, elementary to middle school.
how old is he? How many years?
Damn, he blind in both eyes. He
Oh,
old, but he's starting to go deaf though too. So he old.
dang.
Shit.
But that's
What kind of dog
dope
is he?
though.
See, I don't know. He just don't grow. He's a small.
I ain't never had
He
a
not no
dog
damn
that
he
damn
ain't no damn Chihuahua. I'm gonna let that be known now. I don't fuck with no Chihuahuas. They can get beat up anytime.
If I
any
were
day.
to get a small dog, I would get a Chihuahua.
Don't get a Chihuahua.
Because they
I'm kicking
feisty.
it.
Like,
They feisty until they get ripped their head off from a pit bull. They're gonna bark up the wrong tree and it's gonna be end of days for them.
Yeah, that's facts.
They're gonna bark at the wrong dog. The dog gonna be like,
but anytime anybody come by the house, like they gonna automatically make noise. Like,
I
Yeah,
heard
but then
that's
it's
the
gonna be-
best combination. You
Yeah.
get like a small dog because
And
they
a
make
big
the
one.
noise, and then the big dogs are the ones that
Yeah.
well,
don't work.
mines make the noise, but it still would get to know people though. Because
right.
people see it and they're like, damn, he's still alive. I'm like, yeah, you still alive? That's the funny part. He probably be thinking like, damn, how many times I got to hear this?
Yeah.
He looking at the old heads, like, you still alive? I can't believe it.
That's facts, yo.
I
don't
like
never
the
heard
idea of a
anybody
pet,
like
but
that.
it's just not for me.
Yeah.
You need to have a pet that's just lazy or same energy as you.
Yes.
I would have to get somebody told me I would have to get like an older dog
Like
that's a little
You
chill.
need to get
and
like an
settle down.
English bulldog.
Mm.
The little fat Jones, like
For
the
a while,
Jones
I
Rob
wanted-
Bearded got. To be just like
I
you.
wanted remember the dog from Men in Black, the one that could talk,
Pug.
the pug. I wanted but they have a black one. I wanted a black one,
Yeah.
and I was gonna name him JPEG or Midi.
What's the
JPEG.
lifespan? What
Right.
the hell is the lifespan on them?
I don't know.
I don't think so, because they're genetically modified, aren't they? Those little dogs.
Yeah, and they have a lot of nasal problems. and
Yeah,
all
that's what I'm
this
saying.
other
That's the
stuff.
sad part about having dogs that are breeded.
Plus, when people tell me like, "Yeah, I had to drop $5,000 on my dog at the vet," today, I'd be like,
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm not
I
built
don't
for
spend that
that.
much to my. I think about like the old days. You have a dog, and you feed them food. Like, hey man, you got a crib to stay. Type shit. It's like a homie. Like, hey, just don't pee or poop on my floor. You be Gucci.
Facts.
I mean, it could slip up. I'm like, yeah, but just don't do that. It's like you lending a home to your homie, and he be like, yeah, you staying here kind of long, my boy. Time for you to go outside, do your little thing, and come back in, yo. Bring back
That's
some-
messy.
That's the thing about a dog. A dog is like kind of like an apartment buddy. If you think about it, he just lives rent free,
"Yeah."
but you still got to pay. For
I say that
everything.
about animals. They eat, they live, they have homes, but they don't have to spend any money.
But they spend money. It's called life.
That sounds like
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what a
that's
dog is. It's
the-
training
yeah.
you to have a kid. Well,
Well, no.
can't beat
But
your
yeah.
kid like that.
You shouldn't
Hey.
beat the dog like that.
Well, I
either.
mean, you don't beat the dog like that either. I'm talking about you just can't tell your kids get
You can't-
outside,
you
get
not-
outside, get outside. You can't do that to your
No, you
kid.
can.
No,
We're
yeah.
told to get outside.
But not
Yeah,
like
we
that. Like,
definitely-
don't tear you by your collar or something like.
Depends on what you did.
Hi.
I'm grateful that I did not have the experience that people in 2019 and 20 had when they had COVID. And mine was mild. But it was crazy. So I'm grateful to get through that mostly unscathed. The only weird symptom that I had was my skin was on fire. And I read like when you have a fever, sometimes like your nerve endings are like sensitive. It felt like anything that touched my skin, like, you know, like if you got like rug burn.
Yeah.
Everything, all of it felt like that.
Shit.
And it was mostly like, I mean, I was still a little congested, but it was mostly like nasal congestion. But I didn't have any of like the respiratory shit. So.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful I made it through that. And now I feel like I'll be more immune because my body had a vaccination and the real shit. So anyway.
Oof.
What'd you watch this week, sir?
I watched Altered Carbon.
Wow.
And I have to say, amazing.
Wow.
I started watching it Friday.
Okay.
I got 2 episodes left in the first season.
Oh shit! It was that. Told you.
Yeah, I'm hooked. And like when I leave here, I'm probably gonna go watch some more. Like that. Like I at least got to finish that season. But yeah, it's tough.
I tried this. I tried to start watching season 2 based on our conversation about it last
it's
week.
Good.
It just still was just like
it finished it off for you though. That's the good part though.
Yeah.
It completes it off so you don't be left on the cliffhanger like season 1.
Okay.
So it's better to watch a season 2, even though it might be trash to your opinion. It's still good to finish it out because
you finish off the story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they probably had more, but they just couldn't keep going with it. Netflix was like, we're gonna cut this right here.
They got some kind of hour-long cartoon I saw. Like I added it to my list.
I'm not trying to watch no. That's why I said I wouldn't watch it. I mean, but I wanted to watch how they had the cinematic aspect.
You watch anime?
Not like that. I can't be into it that long. I'd like to.
Because I would assume it would be like
But that takes a lot of time
anime.
consuming for me compared to other stuff. Like, if I got to sit down, watch it, and keep up on it, even though it's past me years by, and then people are already talking about I'm like, man, I just can't keep up with it. My mind just moves 1,000 miles at a time.
Oh, we know. Because we be talking to you, and you be like 10 subjects later, and we be wondering how you got there.
I'm in the new future or something like that.
You sure do, but you don't give a fuck what you're talking about.
You got a short attention span or something, bro. You
can't catch my attention like, yeah,
you don't care.
I'm out.
Oh, speaking of last week, you know what I did watch that was pretty good? The Godfather Harlem with Forrest Whitaker.
Was it good?
It was good.
I know it's good.
I blew through both. I mean, I was sick for 5 days, so I blew through both seasons. It's on Hulu, but it's based on true events, and of course, some of it's dramatized. But it also touches on the 5 families because you had to work with the 5 families to have their own empire. And Forrest Whitaker plays Bumpy Johnson. It was good. I mean, he's a great actor anyway. So, and Method Man has a stint in it in the second season.
Dude who played Malcolm X is good.
Yeah, I thought he was good, and I'm a big fan of
I just never seen. I only saw snippets.
Spike Lee's, and I didn't realize they were so tight either. So it was a lot of like you had Muhammad Ali in it. So it was a lot of like historic. Like I said, I'm sure there was parts that were dramatized, but it was a lot of like historical stuff that I was kind of taking pauses and diving in.
If it was big back in the day and you black, everybody knew everybody. Some way, somebody wouldn't get in touch with you. Like I know somebody and get in touch with them. We gonna meet up someday.
Yeah. What about you, sir? You watch anything?
No, I need to go watch Stranger Things, the final chapter of this season. I didn't think they was going to bring another season. They said they're going to have a season 5. I'm like, huh?
Really?
It's 5 seasons?
Yeah, they're going to make another
4 seasons
one.
so far.
Yeah, I said, huh? I was like, are you serious? I thought y'all were going to end it off here. I was like, yeah. Like, y'all know we're going to bring out the season 5. I'm like,
Capitalism, bro. If something's doing good, we got to figure out how to keep making money off of it.
But this is the thing. When you stretch it out too far.
Oh, yeah.
It starts to lose its elasticity or some crap like that. Like, it's like a rubber band. So you stretch it too far, it's going to soon break.
That reminds me of that post. Somebody used that example.
Shut up. Shut up.
Did you guys watch the Usher Tiny Desk? Do you watch any of the Tiny Desk shit?
No.
What?
Tiny Desk. NPR has this series, and it's like some of your favorite artists, and they perform in like a small, like it looks like a library almost to me, like a little section of a library, and they have a live band, and they sing live. And Usher just did one. It was really, really good. But that's where that meme you keep seeing Usher going, watch this.
Oh, I did watch. I watched some of it. Yeah. Because I think my wife was watching it. I watched some of it.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah. No, I don't watch YouTube stuff.
Oh, okay. But I like music. So like my favorite ones are Erykah Badu's. This Usher one is up there. Anderson .Paak is good.
And you get Omarion on there.
Her, what you
Nah.
Her had a good one.
Alicia Keys was on there too, right?
Alicia Keys had one. I'm weird. Sometimes Alicia Keys' voice annoys the shit out of me. Alicia Keys and John Legend. Like John Legend, I don't want to hear John Legend's voice.
Played out. It's probably because they repeated their songs on the radio so much.
Those are voices that you heard consistently.
That's why.
Maybe.
They made you have voices in your head.
When you oversaturate it too much, it starts to become played out. That's what music. That's why you don't want to have music played over and over.
That's why I don't listen to radio. Because radio, they'll play the same songs over and over and over.
All that.
It's funny. I was saying to somebody, they did this study, and what they find is that, so there's this formula, and they have this algorithm, and they would put songs through an algorithm to decide if they're going to play it on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
I give you an example. Remember the song by Outkast, Hey Ya?
Mm-hmm.
Hey Ya broke the algorithm hated it, said it would not play well because it was so different than everything that was on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
And they still, got it on the radio, and it changed people's minds about it, and, it became a classic. So I said, I wonder what it would be like if if that's not how you first found out music. Like probably around 2010, I stopped listening to the radio. It was only whatever I had on my iPod.
Yeah.
So I was like streaming before there was really streaming. But, I would know an artist that I like came out with something I downloaded, and that's what I listened to. But then I got into a period where I didn't really hear a lot of new music.
Yeah.
And that's what I like with the algorithm with streaming, where they say, oh, you like this, so you may like this. And that's how I pick up some new music now. But when you listen to the radio, you're conditioned because they play the same 15 songs in this rotation, and you get used to it, and that becomes something that you like, even if you wouldn't have liked it normally sometimes. Kind of interesting, but...
That's almost like music that being on in stores.
Yeah.
You don't listen to it, but Benzo keeps getting played over and over and over. You start singing that.
And you be singing, how the hell do I know this song by Ariana Grande?
Yeah, but it's better to have music at the store than one that doesn't, because then you got to make your music by having headphones in. Because the one
can't do that. It's illegal. Well, not illegal. So, let's say you had a storefront, right? And you were playing your radio. You were just playing. You had a playlist you created, and you was playing it in the store. These guys could come in, and you would get a fine because you're performing music, and those artists aren't making any royalties from the music that you're playing live.
From the company, if they send you out a thing, you should be good.
Yeah, no, it's a company called Muzak, which I think Pandora bought, but
yeah,
they pay so all that music you hear at work, they pay royalties on that.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
A percentage of the monthly fee that they pay to have that service goes to pay the royalties to the artist.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant by that. I'm about to say, but without having no music at all, it's terrible because then you have to put music in your ears to listen to it. Like they'd be like, you shouldn't have that in there. I said, as long as you give good customer service, you shouldn't worry about what the fuck I got in my ear. As long as I get a stop sing
You ain't
sale.
say that.
I don't say that to her, but she knows because she always sees me with it in my ear, so she know daggone well.
Yeah, but see, the problem is you maybe I know we tried it at work once. I cannot concentrate.
Well, I got noise canceling on it. I can turn off the noise canceling. I can hear.
And it's crazy with me. I can only focus.
With the music. And also, I got to work and hear both. I can still hear you.
But then what happens is some of your peers take it too far, and they're having phone calls while they're at work.
See, I don't talk. If I got a phone call, I walk away even with the earpiece in and go somewhere else.
But I'm saying there's people standing at registers and helping customers while they're on it, which I would not want to.
Yeah.
Well, I have my headphone in when I'm helping the customer, but I have it to a low setting, and then I have it where I can actively hearing, so I can still hear a whole conversation. So you could be right next to me, but it will amplify the hearing on one side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's what them JBLs.
It's noise canceling, but it'll you can hear whatever is outside.
Yeah.
You press a button, it amplifies it like you can hear active noise outside. Yeah, the JBLs are great for that.
That actually helped my distraction at Mike's graduation because there's so much noise going on that I had the AirPods in with the noise cancellation, and it actually, when I would look, I don't know, maybe it's my imagination, but when I would look toward a speaker, it would focus what the speaker was saying, and it drowned out a lot of the other background noise for me.
Because you're focusing on one thing.
Yeah.
That's connected to your brain, bro.
Yeah. But like I said, they always tell me don't have my headphones in, but guess what? My manager see me with it. My other people see me with it. As long as I'm doing my job and not talking on the phone.
Oh, that's what I was saying. But the problem is you may do your job and it's fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But then you got other people who take it way too far. So then you can't you got to tell everybody to stop.
Yeah, but they told me multiple times and I still keep my headphones in.
That's what happened
at the point that you're going to keep telling me, just know I'm drowning you out. Because I'm like, either want me to.
Until they send your ass home.
I mean, if they do, I say, it is what it is. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to say, I'm all right with it because I'm about to say this is my clarity. I'm about to say
Okay. Hey guys, that $60 shirt turns out it was $35. I don't know.
Oh
what
yeah, he showed
he
us
probably
that
bumped
shit
down the price. He probably
on
had
the on the site.
I
You know what? If you
Nah.
said you paid 60, he had to bump down the price or something.
I think
But he still paid 60
he
for
took
that.
advantage of
And then the people I see,
my niceness, my kindness.
I see the people he be seeing with the photos of it. I'm like, man, these people really like, bro, get the fuck out of my face. I don't want these shirts, but you know what? Support Black Old. They be struggling.
That smile be
They be
stale.
struggling to bust a smile. They be like,
Yeah. I was a little salty when I saw it, but
they
I'm
be
over
like,
it now.
yo, delete my shit after I post it.
I'm like, do I speak to it? Like, are you taking advantage of like the kindness of my heart? Like, you see that I want to look out
He
in
says,
60?
yes. He says, yes, I am. In his head.
I tell you what, I'm not a complainer. I won't go back and fuss, and it is what it is, but I won't buy.
Nah, I just
there
call
again.
your credit card company like, yeah, somebody used my card as fraud.
I mean, it's been a couple weeks now.
I
but
joke with you. Nah, but he's looking in there right now. He's like, can I do that?
is it time? But I was thinking like, what we could do this week is let's kind of dive into us more.
Yeah.
And let our audience get to know us more. Because it's funny how something random like that will make you think. And I was thinking, what is it about me that this guy felt comfortable charging me double for this fucking shirt?
Yeah.
Black. I'm joking.
Like what in his mind was like, I got him. Like,
because I'm not a sucker.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I am,
guess
'cause
you
I bought
are
the
now.
You look like one. He said, I found one.
He said, I got one. He saw them bottle cap glasses. He was like, I got
Who
one.
cut jeans? He said, I got one.
He said, I got one.
He said,
Oh, shit. So I wrote a couple of questions down that we'll all go through. Let's see.
Say he look like Uncle Tom. He gonna try to help me.
He said, if you make a scene, I'm like, I thought you wanted to support Black owned. Don't make a scene. We're supposed to be working together, not against each other.
Big facts.
So where'd you grow up, and like, what's your family size?
I grew up in Wilmington, Delaware, and I am the youngest of 5. I have 3 brothers and a sister. My sister is the middle child.
That's the one you don't fuck with, right? Your sister. If I remember when you and Kick was telling stories, how your sister.
No, yeah. Don't fuck with her. Yeah, yeah. She got some shit loose. She'll fuck somebody up. But yeah, that's. But yeah, my oldest brother is probably the same age as you.
Okay.
And then I'm the youngest at 29.
About to be 30, bitch.
Yeah, finna be 30.
How was it like being the youngest?
It was
like, did you ever get any new shit?
New shit? At first, no. Well, nah, not really. But I later on, I did end up getting a lot of new shit. Because this is when I was doing like staying in honor roll in school and all that extra stuff. So that's when I started getting like all the new shit. But majority of the time, my older brothers would pass it down to the next brother, and he passed it down to my sister, and then they would give it to me and Kick because we was only 2 years apart.
Right.
So we basically had to share almost everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think your parents, because you're the youngest of 5, like they always say the baby gets away with shit because we tired as parents, but
Nah. I ain't get honestly, I ain't get away with nothing. Well, no, I did get away with stuff, but it's not, I don't think it was because she was tired. It's because, like I always said, I watch all my siblings and I learn.
Okay.
I learned, okay, you was doing that and she found out because of this. All right, let me switch it up and try something else. And a lot of times I got away with shit. So
okay.
Only person that probably knows some of the stuff that I did is Kick.
Okay.
Cause we talked about how he was an asshole to me.
Yeah, okay.
He held a lot of shit over my head.
Oh.
I got cheeks before he got cheeks.
Okay.
He held that shit over my head. He held that shit over my head. Anytime, like, my mom will ask him to do something, and then he would, like, right in front of her, ask me to do it. And I was like, didn't she just ask you? And then he would just say the chick's name.
Oh.
And then I'd get up and do it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I was like...
he was an extortionist.
Yeah, he was extortionist. He made sure I did whatever he wanted me to do. Whatever he wanted me to do. That shit was a pain in the ass.
Shit.
Yeah.
What about you, sir? Because I mean, every time you come in here, we've learned a new fact.
Facts. I don't know you at all, my guy.
It's supposed to be.
No, that's not. If we're gonna be coming here
006.
in the same vicinity with you, we need to know who you are a little bit.
I beg your pardon.
You're mysterious.
I'm the youngest of 2. Well, one of the youngest, the last of 2. Older brother and older sister. Oh, I don't know what else you want me to say. Oh, was it? You should
Hold on, youngest of 3.
I got 3. Yeah, 2.
You're the youngest, and then there's 2 above you.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2. Well, me and my other brother was youngest of 4. Technically, yeah, 4. Yeah, 2. Yeah, it's 4.
Okay.
But I'm not the youngest. I'm technically the oldest at the end because I'm a twin. But
Yeah.
an whole other situation. But what's the other question?
Oh, where'd you grow?
Where you
grow up?
from? Like,
You know, I'm from the DE, Delawarean. I'm a Delawarean.
yeah.
What part?
We know that.
You know, there's
What
3
part?
whole counties.
You gonna say the
Wilmington.
county? Okay, there we go.
I ain't from New County. Technically, my zip code is Wilmington. So,
But you at the bottom of Newcastle.
no, Wilmington. You know, I'm just a walk away from Wilmington.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
But that ain't Wilmington.
Technically, it is.
I'm sorry,
we
bro.
Still, but this is the thing. We don't get the. If we wasn't Wilmington, we got the same thing as free trash collection. But we don't. We got to pay.
Y'all Newcastle.
No, technically Wilmington, because
and that's the craziest thing. Like,
and then when you literally come down to the legal line, it is Newcastle.
yeah,
but the zip
code's
Wilmington. They're nut shit. But I'm gonna say I'm from Wilmington, but no damn well I'm not in that city. I'm not a baby kid. I'm a suburban.
How do you think being like the youngest? Like, do you think it shaped you at all, or do you think you got away with more stuff than your siblings did?
I don't think it made a difference. It ain't made no slight bit of difference.
Yeah, and that's the bad thing. They always be like, "Yeah, you the youngest, you get away with everything. You the youngest, you get everything." No, that's not how it works.
I about to say people thought they can punk me. I was whooping niggas' asses and shit in school. They had to pull me out of school. You wouldn't think about it. Like, damn, Zach's so nice of a person, but like, yeah, people was getting their ass whooped.
Oh yeah, you used to be fighting in school.
Yeah, but I stopped that when I got up to like middle school, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's gonna go on your permanent record.
Yeah,
I didn't give a fuck. You think they gave me a fuck? I didn't think they gave a fuck about me. Even the principals tried to stop me from fighting. I was like, yeah, I was stronger than the principal.
Damn.
I seen something like that before.
Yeah, it's sad. It's a sad story to be stronger than the principal.
I think I was in like 5th grade.
Yeah,
it was a big black boy. Like he was literally young. He was young as shit, but he was big. Like
I'm saying, it's crazy to be stronger than the principal as a young boy.
He got into a fight. And it was like 3 teachers had to try to tackle this nigga. Like, and he was still moving. I'm like, yo.
That's
like,
crazy. If you gotta be like,
he only in 5th grade.
Like, I gotta go to the gym. Next thing you gotta know, you be like, yeah, I gotta go to the gym.
Damn.
As a principal or a teacher, like, yeah, fuck this shit. I gotta go back.
That nigga ended up being one of my closest friends.
Just in case just in case I need somebody to run somebody over, I got you.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm like that, motherfucker. If you somebody I know,
but you know,
like gonna ride, I definitely make a friend out of you.
But I'm a cool, calm, collected dude. I don't like to be in no altercation. You can say I'm kind of a...
I feel you. I don't nobody want to be in no bullshit. I'm the
same way. As long as you don't do wrong to me, I ain't gonna do wrong to you.
Big facts.
I don't know how people be doing with the comeback stuff when they be roasting me. I be like, I just let you roast me, but I'm like, as long as you ain't getting no violent and touch me.
I'll let you say anything.
I let you say anything. I say, I don't care, but as long as you don't touch me, I'm like, say, we cool.
Things gonna change.
I should put in the video with the dude talking about throwing up the gang signs, and then the dude started wailing on him, and he's like, dang, he started eating the phone like as much as he's punching him. I said, that's how I would act. Like, I was cool, and then you got him in the face, and he said, started wailing on him in the phone. He's like, oh, shoot. I was like, oh, shoot. The phone just disappeared. It started spinning in midair the way that he's getting whooped so bad. So bad. The dude, he started throwing up gang signs. He said, you from this? And the dude got so close. He said, he started punching him. The phone disappeared. You don't see who fighting, but you know the dude getting his ass whooped because all you hear people going like this.
Oh, shit.
I got to show y'all the video after.
That's embarrassing.
It's sad. It's like the dude literally like he ate the phone because he was getting punched that bad because he got so close to the phone. He's like, you say you from this? And all you hear, bing, bing, bing. And it was over with.
Damn.
That's me. I don't start nothing, but I will end it.
Facts. What about you, my guy?
I am from Newark. Not Newark. Newark, New Jersey.
Newark, New Jersey.
It's me and my sister.
Right.
Smaller household than you guys. And I'm the oldest. So I always say the oldest child is the experimental child because they ain't never had no kids before you.
Yeah. so you get everything. Yeah.
Everything. And I wasn't a bad kid, but
I mean, I don't know, bro. The way we be having these conversations, man, I don't know.
Maybe I didn't get to be such a bad kid, so it comes out as an adult. But
nah, that is true. Once you get that freedom,
because we grew up in the hood, and my mother didn't let us outside.
That's why.
Yeah.
You was outside. You wasn't no baby kid. or no BB kid.
She was like, her sole purpose, if I had to guess, was to make sure, like, she even paid for us to go to private school all the way through elementary school so that we would have a better, shot. Doing better for ourselves. So. It's me and my sister.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
How does it feel about being the oldest, though? Like, do you feel...
You feel a sense of responsibility because when you're the oldest, like, if your younger siblings cutting up, you had to take responsibility for that, which I don't know if I agree with that, like, in retrospect. It's funny how you agree with shit, and as you get older, you start thinking about, like,
was that the right call?
Right, because why should I automatically now put this, like with your son? Should your son be responsible for his little sister?
Yeah.
Your instinct says yes.
Yeah.
I mean, at a certain point. Like, if he's babysitting, absolutely.
Yeah.
But if everybody's home, why should he have to police her?
Yeah, nah.
You know what I mean? So...
You shouldn't have to,
And like I said,
especially
we didn't get in trouble.
there.
We didn't get in trouble for a lot of shit. Most of mine was like academic shit, or the one time my mother thought I lied about something. Just to give you an example, my mother wanted to make sure that you realized that this was not a right of yours to live in this house. This was something that was a privilege for you, right? We were playing school nerds. And somebody had wrote on the back of the credit card, on the back of the fake report card, they wrote, "I hate you." My mother ain't play that "I hate you" shit. So she's like, who wrote it? I didn't write it. So I was like, I didn't write it. I don't know if my sister was of an age where she could really write, so she didn't write it. My cousin was adamant she didn't write it. So then the babysitter thinks she a forensic scientist, and she's gonna like, let's make them all write it. No, wait, it looks like they wrote it on this like remember the mats that we used to have on the table back then, and when I wrote it, it looked like my handwriting.
My guy was framed.
I was framed, so I got my ass whooped. And I told y'all before, I was sensitive, so I cried. I'm getting my ass whooped.
You didn't do what the other people did. They fucked up their handwriting.
It gets better. So my mother was
he should have acted like he was left-handed. That's what I'd have did. I'd have been like,
Mom, I was right-handed. I'm left-handed today.
She's like, I do your homework with you all the time. You right-handed.
Like, so she's like, you want to lie to me? You can't stay in my house. You get out. So I'm crying and shit. I'm crying. I'm going to walk out. She's like, you ain't coming this earth with clothes on. Those are my clothes.
Oh.
So she made me strip down to my tighty whities. And I'm standing in the hallway in our project building, like bawling, because I really think I can't come back in the house.
She did you like a hurry. She said, take all that off. She robbed you. She did you like, I need the shoes, I need the clothes, I need the undershirt, I need the t-shirt. Give me all of it.
Oh, man.
So I'm out there crying. I don't know how long it was now. And I remember Miss Goldie was one of the, we used to say that was the nosy neighbor on our floor. And she was like, what's going on with you? And because, you're so hysterical. You can't even talk. So finally she let me in. My cousin says, later that night, I really wrote that.
Who heard it?
My cousin.
I would have punched on him as soon as I heard that. I was like, yo.
Like,
you got me getting these licks. He's like, yeah, I'm sorry about that, but guess what? At least it wasn't me.
You let me take it out.
It was my female cousin too, just to, so.
You should have dragged her off the bed.
Oh shit, that was a good one. That was a nice callback. Now you probably know where my anger issue started.
Like, and this is where it all started from before. Like the BT movies, like, and this is how it all started.
Yeah, so she ain't play that. She's tough, and I'm mostly grateful for most of it. So
yeah,
you learn that day. Like, if I ever get robbed, I know what to do.
I also learned that if I wanted to stay in this household, I had to follow the rules. It was an early lesson.
Are you gonna be in the hallway, but a second
looking for a ride? Like, can I borrow some clothes? Shorts,
something.
Please,
t-shirt?
can I have some more? He gonna turn his ass to Oliver Twist.
Can you spare me some change?
Yo.
Oh shit.
And I mean, vividly remember that day. Like, I remember the sensation of the hallway, like the floor. Maybe that's why I don't like being barefoot to this day. Like, everything.
Like, yeah, I had to think about when I was in the trenches, barefoot in the project halls. butt naked.
15th floor.
With the Spider-Man drawers on. Oh no, y'all ain't even have decorated one. They were just straight tidy whities.
Couldn't even walk in. He was like this, walking up and down the hall, like damn.
Walking down the hallway, I wasn't leaving more than
That's what I'm
three.
talking about. Walking back and forth, pace like, damn, what can I do?
He was gonna stand right in front of that door.
I stood right in front of that door. That's probably why she eventually let me in. He out here fucking crying and shit.
Making all the neighbors know what's going on.
Yeah, I learned that day. Like,
Mom was a G. She said, "This my shit."
She said, gave me the shoes, clothes, pants, and all that.
I think I started crying hard. I'm like, what? You gonna sit out there naked?
He's like, what?
That's one of them lessons they say, you put the fear of God in your kids once and you don't really have to do much past that.
Yeah, at least you ain't learn from like when you're growing up and you get robbed and they strip you butt naked. That'd be
like, here we go again. or it could be the reverse.
That brings flashbacks.
Or it brings flashbacks and I just start wailing on motherfuckers. I'm not doing this shit again. You're not leaving me out in the hallway.
I'm not being left in the streets with no clothes or nothing on.
What you talking about? What are you talking about?
Person like this, he said, what are you talking about? He said, I'm not going back.
I'm not going back to the hallway.
They looking
No.
At him like he a psych patient. Like,
I don't even wear tidy whities no more.
they're like, yeah, man. They're like, you know what? Keep what you got on. All right, just give me your wallet.
What's a quality about yourself that you really like, Zach? I'll start with you.
I don't know. We'll see. Energetic.
Okay.
Energetic, but you tired.
I'm tired today because I've been up.
I feel you.
My sleep schedule's been fucked up.
It's all right.
No, but he is always energetic.
Yeah, he is. Zach is very energetic.
Why do you think you're like that? Or why do you like that about yourself?
Because creativity flows
when you're energetic?
When you're energy. When you got energy. When you're tired, you can't be too creative. I don't know how people do it when they be sipping lean and all that other shit. How the hell you be on drugs and still be creative? Y'all a different breed.
They don't even know what you're saying right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
I still haven't done it.
Slow down.
Still not. No,
bro. I ain't never do nothing but bud. That's all I ever did.
That's what I mean. I just meant in general being high and trying to like make music.
I ain't never do none of that.
Anything that makes you tired. I don't know how you make music and sip lean and do all that. I don't know how they do it, man.
Yeah, sip lean, pop a perk, do all this extra. Like I do
make you go to sleep. Not stay up.
They wildin'.
You want to be awake, not sleep when you making music.
Facts.
Yeah.
When you doing anything.
What about you, sir? What's a quality about yourself you really like?
A quality about myself. I don't know. The way I grew up and stuff, I'm very attentive. Like I pay attention to my surroundings. I watch people. It's weird. If I see anything move, I have to see what it is and know what it is.
Okay. So you would have been a great hunter in it.
Yeah, I definitely would have. Like that's 100%. Like, yeah, it's crazy. Like and like when I like little dumb stuff. Like when I play video games, I can memorize every map and every location on the map.
Really?
Like yeah, like it's nothing. Like I'll play that joint twice and then I'll know the whole map. Like,
oh shit!
I'm just attentive to like. I don't know. When I try to learn something or try to know an area or know who's around me and all of that, it's very easy.
That makes sense. I'm
Very
weird
easy.
too. As blind as I am, my peripheral vision is sharp as shit. That's how I saw that mouse at work.
Yeah.
I walk in the lockup door and you go to slide the doors
doors
over.
and lock up.
And I saw,
I said no.
I'm like,
No bags on
I made an
nothing
announcement.
on the floor.
I'm not going for anything in lockup the rest of the day till an exterminator comes in this building.
That's why I don't leave no bags on the floor at work or none of that, man.
And like you have them in there, but when you start seeing them, it's a problem in the daytime. It was like
Yeah, they don't give a fuck
it
at
was
that
like
point.
12 noon.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck at that point. So you know what? I'm gonna pop out.
Nah, they didn't clock. They didn't clock then too. Them motherfuckers.
They like they going to a fashion show. You say, you know what? I'm gonna pop out today.
And then we was in cash office. I was sitting there with Tori, and I was like, you heard like rattling paper. Like, Tori, hold on a second. She's like, what? You don't hear that? Behind the safe.
Oh.
Yep. I was like, nah. I'm putting the ticket in right now. Right now.
Behind the safe.
That motherfucker's trying to get to that money. He's like, yeah, I know I'm kind of short on some change.
He said, I'm kind of short on some change.
Me, I like that I'm curious. And it's funny, you know how y'all make fun of me like about, I'll be like, oh, check this person out. And then I find them on Facebook and you're like, that's curiosity. I kind of like knowing and understanding stuff. Kind of like, I guess, like your awareness. That kind of helps me be aware about stuff too, but also like just curiosity to learn stuff. So like, even when I've gone to jobs, a lot of times I'm not trying to get promoted, like, especially when I was younger.
Yeah.
I just wanted to understand how this worked and how does that work and how does that, and, you know, through it, I kind of learned how to do it.
Right.
My one friend who I call like a brother, he used to say all the time, like, I am amazed at how you could pick up some shit that you know nothing about.
Mm-hmm.
And in a couple of days of research, you're like a subject matter expert on it.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of like just my natural curiosity. But even with people, right? Like, you know, I meet you and I want to know more about you. I want to know people you associate with. I want to know, you know, what you do for fun. And I want to know your middle name and I know what kind of music. Like, that just fascinates me. Like, I think if I didn't love music, I would study people.
Right.
I'd be in sociology. That shit is fascinating.
People are fascinating
Mm-hmm.
and are depressing.
All right. In reverse.
It's all right.
Looked like I was keeping Zach up. Zach, what's a quality about yourself you don't like? It's funny. People usually can answer this one easy.
Oh, yeah. I can answer this easy.
That out.
You want to come back to you? Want to take a little nap?
That I don't like.
There's no skip card in this.
Mm-mm.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What if I do a reverse Uno? Can that work?
No. I
You're
mean,
still
yeah,
gonna come
but
back
you're
to
still
you.
going to come back to you.
Come back to me. Come back
All
to
right.
me.
Come back to you.
I'll start. Being scared and being scared like of risk.
Mm.
Like, I love watching people who are like, oh, this new stock's supposed to be the shit. Here's my whole life savings.
Yeah.
And they take, and I think calculated risk makes sense, right?
Mm.
But I've always been so hesitant to pull a trigger on shit. And I feel like I've missed out at times. I think, and
I can see
again,
that. I can see
you know, you kind of go back and you start reflecting on how you grew up in your environment. And my mother was so afraid of the worst case scenario happening.
Mm.
And that's why she kept us in the house, right?
Right.
And that's why she sent us to a better school. So the worst case scenarios can happen. And I think it's cool, but I think when you are raised like that exclusively, it makes you afraid to do shit. So, like I said, I think I'm a pretty damn good salesperson, but I've never taken a job where it was just commission.
Yeah.
And then
Hell,
especially
no, I'm sorry.
once I had kids, there was no way
That's not even a question.
right.
Yeah.
Even the first time I was going to go back to school for production and
You
engineering,
gotta have a set.
and the girl told me, it's
income.
like, when you're done, you'll probably have to intern. You'll make like $10 an hour. And I think at the time I was making $13 an hour. And I was like, I can't do that. I can't take that risk.
Yeah.
Today, in my mindset today, if
You
I had, I would have gone back in time. If I could go back in time with today's
You would've did
mindset, I would bet on myself.
Because you probably would have been,
Gain something from it.
yeah. And you'd have
But
been
even
better
like
off
now,
sooner off.
like most people say, if they won $100,000 in the lottery, right? Even it cleared, you wouldn't quit your job because it's only $100,000. But
Nope.
today,
I'm
I
just
would bet on myself.
All I'm doing is paying all my debt off.
No, I would pay most. The only thing I couldn't pay off is my student debt and my car right now.
I can probably pay everything off of that.
I'm disinvested. I wouldn't even worry about paying everything off.
But I would
Shit.
take a bet on myself. I paid my rent for a year
Because if I put it in the stock market,
and
it
pay all
doubles.
my bills out, and I would take a bet on myself. But back then, I wouldn't. And even sometimes now, like, you know, the key to social media to getting awareness is putting videos out. And we do this every week, but when it comes to me by myself putting the video out, I'm like, because it's also like this fear of embarrassing yourself.
You want us to help?
But I don't embarrass easily. At the same time either is weird. But I think it's in the comfort of, you know, I feel safe around you guys, or I feel safe around Susan, or I feel safe around my son. So you don't mind embarrassing yourself around people you know, but why should I give a fuck? You know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm working through.
Yeah.
What about you,
With
sir?
me, I'm going to go ahead and say it. My anger. I have very bad anger issues. You would never know it because I hide it a lot, but I have very bad anger issues.
That's true. 18 months of working with you, I only saw you angry one time. And it was the weirdest shit because it was so opposite of how you normally are.
Yeah, it takes a lot for me to... It doesn't take a lot for me to get there, which is weird, but it takes disrespect for me to get there even faster.
It's called breathing.
It's called breathing.
You gotta try the meditation thing.
I
If you keep falling asleep-
started breathing.
Breathe
and then,
harder.
You know, I held my breath and turned purple because I'd be annoyed.
Where do you think it stems from? If you want to dive
My
into it?
anger?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because when you think of the big picture, right? And I think sometimes you need people to remind you of the big picture.
Yeah.
And I love my friends and family that remind me of the big picture sometimes. All we hear you talk about is how much you love your family and how much of a godsend your wife is. And that doesn't mean your relationship's perfect. No relationship
ain't no
is.
relationship perfect.
But when you hear you talk about it and you're like, damn, that's dope.
Mm.
And you would think, like, what the fuck you got to be angry about?
Yeah.
You go home to a comfortable home. You got great kids, a great spouse, great relationship.
Yeah, that is true. I be thinking the same shit. And that's what I have to do a lot of times. Like, small stuff will make me angry. And then I'll sit there and talk to myself. Like, I'll literally have to tell myself, like, what the fuck are you angry for?
Right.
There's literally no reason to be angry. And now that I done calmed down, everybody in the crib angry now. Like I done just fucked the whole day up, the whole crib up. Like, everybody pissed off. Now I'm back in the good mood, trying to fix their mood and shit.
Oh, don't you hate that? Or even like somebody's was in a bad mood. Like, let's say your wife was in a bad mood and now she's over, but you already aggravated because she was in a bad mood. Like, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
That's facts.
Jack, the circle has come back to you, sir.
And we expect an answer.
You said
The
what?
quality you do not like about yourself.
Oh, over talking.
Oh, I didn't expect that.
Me neither.
I did not expect that.
I didn't know you knew it.
I didn't know. I thought that was just something you just let us complain about. You know it, but okay.
Good.
Why?
Why?
Why? 'Cause you can ruin a lot of stuff. I can ruin a lot of stuff if I wanted to. Or I can just be like on some bullshit, just bullshit around and waste a lot of time. That's kind of a curse plus a blessing sometimes.
Okay.
Because saying like, if you want to be somebody to improvise, be like, hey, let me just talk to you real quick, son, y'all. And they probably like, what are we talking about? You just chatting right now. I'm like, yeah, I am. But
Are you an introvert or extrovert?
I don't even know. We got to do a test.
I would imagine that you're extroverted around people you're comfortable with. Around other people you don't know, you're introverted. I'm not sure. I don't ever remember you really shying away from a conversation when I met you.
That's because I was working a job that had to do with sales.
No, but I'm just saying,
But
you still
even-
like, you would go up to people. Like, some people
'Cause
kind of
even when
shy
you-
to themselves until other people come up to them. There's tests you could do for it. Like, mine always showed me a 51 extrovert, 49 introvert. And I think it switches for me. I think the reason it switches for me is because I absorb so much of other people's energy. Sometimes I need a break. And there'll be times where I'm like you won't hear from me. I don't want to talk. I don't want to leave the house. I just want to be in here in my basketball shorts watching TV. And there's other times I'm like sitting here in that and I'm like, fuck, I want to do something with somebody else. Like, I want to be around other people. So it's weird. For me, I'm kind of 50-50. Anything you do to like try and change it, or?
What is that face? I'm sorry.
She looking like, let me see what the next questions are.
No. I'm
So I
over
can
here.
think of my answers.
Anything I do try to change it, I need to go
I
out
didn't even think
more,
about doing that.
Talk to my friends more, get out, talk to people more probably.
Okay.
We gotta go
I be
somewhere
moving
one
like
day.
an NPC that
Vlog
my friends be saying I be moving like an NPC because I be saying the same questions over. Like, even at work, I start to feel like I'm like a animated at because like, all right, you have a nice day. I'm like, no problem, you have a nice day. Because it
A
starts
lot
to
of
become
times
so
at
easy.
work, it's the same spill.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
it's so
especially if you
easy.
talk to people at work, it's the same spill.
It's the same thing. That's why it becomes, you be feeling like when you even get outside of work, you start to do the same crap that you do at work. You just become like an NPC.
I find it drives me crazy because sometimes, and I realize it, like, I read this book years ago and it said, think about the person at Disney who has to answer the question thousands of times a day, how do you get to Magic Mountain? And they have to, and the expectation is that they answer the 1,000th person the same way they answered the first person at the beginning of the shift, right?
They become a robot.
Yeah.
Because somebody will be like, what does the XL mean? I'm like, fuck, I've been explaining this for 6 years. I would think I've gotten to everybody in the world by now. It means more.
That is facts. If I was that tour guide, I'd end up at the end. I'd be like, yeah, over there.
Yeah, but then next thing
Go
you know,
that
like,
way.
yeah,
Like,
come here, you're fired.
Yep,
Because at Disney,
exactly.
you gotta be always sunshines and rainbows.
So you didn't introduce them with the energy that we need you to
I'ma
have.
need
So
you to clock
I'm
out.
gonna need you to go ahead and clock out, and
And don't come back.
But I think
we'll call you.
I
Okay.
think for me, it becomes challenging. Like, not really tackling anything challenging. It's just the same thing over and over.
I just need to
and
get
over.
out more, do more.
And maybe
things.
that's it.
I need to
Travel.
do the same
Delaware's
stuff.
boring to
Yeah.
me. To me, because you live here. When you're from
Anytime you do something, it's best to travel out of Delaware for real. Even if it's the
I
next
don't want to go
fucking
to Philly.
state,
Philly's
bro.
boring too.
We should do a bro trip.
I'm
Like
with
a
it.
short bro trip, like just for the day. Go to Philly, go
Yeah.
to B-more, go to DC.
Whoa. He
Go to
said
OC.
Be more. He said be more. Which part?
Baltimore, I don't know.
The nice parts. Okay.
Nah, I want to go where they film The Wire.
I mean, shit, I would. I want to see somebody
But nah,
snort.
yeah, we definitely can do that shit though.
I mean, yeah. You're not allergic to crabs.
I am.
Yeah.
So why would you go to Beemore?
This is the nigga
Ah, this
that we're
nigga
gonna have
said-
to worry about.
He said Beemore, but you know that's seafood.
I'm sure there's an aquarium
So-
there.
And I don't eat red meat and pork. No, I'm not Muslim, people.
I never said that. I'm just
No, because people every time I say that, oh, you Muslim? No, I just choose not to eat pork.
I'm about to say, well, we need to eat something like chicken tacos, something like that. You can eat tacos, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Zach
Yeah,
getting
so apparently we
aggressive.
going out to
Why-
eat,
Why he
apparently.
getting aggressive?
I know.
Like,
Nah, because he said
we gonna
Beemore.
leave, we gonna leave him at the hotel.
Because when he said Baltimore, I'm like, all right,
You do automatically think seafood
that's
and
where,
stuff.
because
Yeah.
that's pretty much what they known for. The Marion, Old Bay, all that crap.
Yeah.
That's what you would go to
There
Baltimore for.
was
The
just-
soft
That
shell
makes
crab.
sense. That's why everything here is an Old Bay option.
Yeah, because it's a soft shell crab place out there where you can eat like.
Oh, I miss soft shell crabs. They're so good.
What, you got allergic later in life?
At 22.
I don't get that shit.
When I was younger, I was allergic to artificial flavored strawberry.
Hmm.
I don't know how.
Some in the chemicals.
Randomly.
But you could eat regular strawberries?
Yeah, randomly. And then
But you have
like
to,
a couple of years later, it was gone.
Hey, I'm about to say, kid.
Your
as a
body
kid-
built the tolerance.
I
As a
took the
kid?
risk. I ain't gonna lie.
What you
I
said,
took the risk. That's the thing about kids.
kept
We would
drinking
take the risk.
kept drinking
Like, huh?
You kept drinking it and even though you was allergic to
Kept eating it. No, it was the like like the Oreo cookies, but the inside was the strawberry flavor.
Okay.
It was them joints.
Oh,
And
so
like,
what about the Fantas and stuff like that? You couldn't drink
those weren't even around then.
strawberry Fanta wasn't around?
Not that I know of. I was like
What you grew up in
8?
the 60s?
7, 8. I was born in fuck you, okay? I was born in 93, bro. I'm not that
Strawberry
Yo,
Fanta
I'm
was around
tired of-
at that time.
It probably
Hold on,
was.
I'ma Google this
It
shit.
probably
We gonna
was.
have a testament of time talking about.
Nah, for real. It probably was, but I'm pretty sure it was at stores that I couldn't afford to go to. That's what I think.
No.
Or it wasn't at stores that was next to me.
Your stores are just bullshitters.
I mean, bro, when you in the hood, all you go to is corner stores
corner
and gas
store.
stations.
You go to Habib.
Yeah.
They usually do have that shit.
It was
I
a
don't
boy. It
support
was a
no
boy named
corner
Jimmy.
stores no more like that. Cause every time you go in there, there's always some bullshit. I don't like going to corner stores. I got bougie.
If you,
Ask
it,
me, I got bougie.
it
Ask me-
depends. You got build a relationship
Unless I'm
with them.
going,
Yeah.
like, but I mean, if you
If
build a
they
relationship,
see you often,
yeah.
and-
You're
end
not
up
stealing,
changing.
they get cool with you.
they get cool with you.
Why I got be like
Like the gas station right around the corner from my crib. It's not
no,
no
but
I
you
don't
go there
wanna
on a
be
daily. That's what I'm saying.
like
Yeah,
politically wrong, but
Strawberry Fanta came out in 1962. Stop bullshit.
1960. Okay, but I wasn't drinking it, muff. You hype?
Maybe they didn't distribute it to his
You
neighborhood.
hype?
Yeah,
It wasn't around. All I knew was orange and
I'm
pineapple.
about to say,
That's
but you
all
said,
I knew.
you said I don't think
Orange,
that was,
pineapple, and
but-
grape.
But when you
Yup,
said it,
and grape.
oh, that's because they try to all give you diabetes. But I don't care about that. They knew about. They said niggas don't drink strawberry. They like grape. And
That's what they
watermelon.
did. Grape and watermelon. They
Yeah.
love. They love
Crazy
saying.
part about it, watermelon's
A
good for
lot
your
of people
skin.
don't
That's
even
why-
like
that's why-
watermelon.
Watermelon's good for your skin, but people don't care though. That's the thing. So how you gonna be mad at us? We got good skin.
All fruit and vegetables are good for something.
Well, watermelon's good. It's it's more water.
It's mostly water.
Yeah.
Too.
So if you
Yeah.
eat watermelon, you're pretty much good. Don't put salt on it. Don't be dumb.
Who do?
People,
That's
I
People do
remember
that.
disgusting.
People put salt on watermelon.
That's disgusting. The salty
You say it's
watermelon.
disgusting, but somebody probably said that should be hitting different.
Yeah.
Maybe, like,
A
I
salty
never did
watermelon.
it. I don't like to add extra salt to my food. Like, people that already get salted food and they be like, I need to add salt and pepper on top of this. I'm like,
Yeah, I don't
add
really add salt
more
to shit.
salt to what you're doing. So you just want high blood pressure, huh? You say, fuck it.
What's a quality about you that you think other people see? Like the thing that they always say, Darian or Zach or Ramon is this. What's that for you?
Ooh. Don't nobody say nothing about me. It's like, honestly, I don't. I'm gonna pull a Zach. I'm gonna need y'all to come back to me on this.
Okay, Zach.
What they say?
Hold on. Repeat the question.
A quality that
Other people see in me?
about you.
Okay, go ahead. Come back to me.
Creative.
Um,
Are we starting with you?
I don't know.
He said creative.
Creative.
We might as well. You already spilled it
Yeah.
out.
Always
Nigga.
on the go. Always thinking.
okay.
Always artiste.
Do you think that's why you talk a lot? And I'm not trying to be
Could
funny,
be.
but kind of because you're always thinking about things.
Mm-hmm. Could be.
I would agree with that. I would definitely say
Being
he's
creative
creative.
is, well, as a kid is better. That's the thing. I want to tap back into the kid creativity you have because as a kid you're way more creative than you are as an adult. Think about it. Because you have more things you can think of, like, oh, I'm going to do this and do that until you become an adult. Like, I can't really do that. My budget, my pockets ain't really hitting this.
Well, you know what? They when I took the psychology class, and they were saying how, like, when you're a kid, everybody draws. You don't ever hear kids say, I don't draw, right? Mm-hmm. But if I say, hey, Darren, can you draw a picture for me? You'd be like, nah, I don't really draw. And because at some point we were taught, all right, that's a childish thing to do.
They tell you that in school.
And so you stop doing it, but it actually halts your creativity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I used to draw a lot all the time. But I just got.
I ain't never draw. I could draw stick figures. I could draw a stick figure
war
like a motherfucker.
Drawing can do anything. It's got to be moving your hands.
Yeah.
Be creative. But I'm gonna say, since you stop, it's like it's not creative no more. You're not creative. You don't artiste no more. You're not the artiste.
You got to tap into it, like that video I was telling you. I got to send you. Where it says every day you got to do something with your craft.
Well, jobs make it for me.
It does make it difficult.
If I'm not in the creative field, it makes it hard to be creative because you got to be in the same mode, in the same structure. That's what I said.
And sometimes you come home and you're exhausted from that job. It's a challenge.
And you just do the same thing. Now you set back in the mode. Like, I was going to hop on a game and chill with the dudes and talk.
Yeah.
And you're not even going to try to do nothing.
You got to start scheduling your time. Even down to when you're going to do that with the fellas.
We're going to come back to me, my fault. I
sorry.
saw you about to talk. Determination.
Okay.
My determination. Because anytime it's something that I really want, something that I need to do, like anytime, like when I wanted a promotion, like I was determined and I worked hard as shit to get it and I got it. Anytime I wanted a new job that paid more, I was determined, worked hard as shit, got it. Like if there's something that I really,
about you,
if there's something that I really want and really want to try and do, I'll do it. Like nobody's gonna stop me. Nobody.
That's what's up. I thought of an answer earlier when I was writing this shit, and now I was kind of blank. But
sometimes it's like you want to talk about the multiple things that you do know of that is possible.
Or I think where I was struggling too is, do I believe people think this, or do people really think this?
That's true.
So I give you an example.
It's because in reality, it's your interpretation of how somebody perceives it. It's not like you're basically saying how you think this person instead of this person say, I think that. So I get what you're saying.
I think the concept's called Johari's window and it's 4 quadrants, and I may be misquoting it, so I apologize, psychiatry majors. But what it says is that there's the way you see things and the way you believe people see things about you, the way people really see things about you, and then there's like the unknown quadrant. So, but one thing that stuck out when I left one of my previous jobs, the guys all made me this book, and they all took a picture and they wrote something that they would like miss. And Kirsten, who used to work with me, she said, every time I've recommended somebody here, even if you just interviewed them, you left something with them. Even if you interviewed them and never hired them, they never worked for you. When I go back and I talk to them about the interview, they felt like they took something away that they learned from you. So I would hope, I guess, and maybe I need to think more to answer the question, Ray, but I would hope that somebody gets something positive from me, just from their encounter to me. I believe that's is that a quality or is that an action? I don't know.
I guess that's a little bit of both, because not always. I about to say you always want, but not everybody always wants. But like the type of people that we are, we always want somebody to pull something positive from us. Even though we have some negative traits, we want y'all to see the positive things and the changes that we want to try and make and learn from it and try to do it better or change it better or make it.
Yeah.
Basically, we want you to improve what we're coming off of.
It's funny too, because most people I usually have their back. Like I genuinely want to see people do well.
Yo, that's how I always tell you, I fucking hate people, but I want everybody to succeed. Like I will never wish bad, like even on people that I literally hate from back in the day. Like if I see something that they doing good, I'm like, yo, I'm not saying it to them, but I'm in my head, I'm like, yo, congratulations, good shit. Like you doing good. Like I'm happy for everybody. All I want is for everybody basically to see the greatness in themselves and to try to be better and do better.
What frustrates me though is when they don't realize it.
That's the part.
So I'll give you an example. One time we had an employee and everybody challenged the employee. They thought I made a bad decision hiring this employee. But you know how you see the potential in people sometimes?
Yeah.
And sometimes maybe I take on too much than I need to. I feel like if the person is around the right people that thing that I see and detect them, it might sprout up because maybe they've never been around the right people. Maybe they've never been around somebody who inspired them. You know what I'm saying?
You're speaking the truth because a lot of people haven't been around the right people.
Right. And so I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. And so I hired this person that didn't work out, right? Now, the night before they got terminated, we had words because they did something dumb and I said something to them about it. And I probably had that person's back more than anybody else in that building.
Mm-hmm.
And when they left, the first thing they did when they were getting interviewed about what they did, they said, are we going to talk about what happened with Ramon last night? Like, I'm the person that's rooting for you the most. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to tell you, hey, I'm rooting for you. I mean, I might be like, I got your back. I know you're talented. I know you could do this. But I'm not going to tell you I'm defending you to other people. And so it's like a knife in the back when the first thing they try and point out is indiscretion. When all I've ever tried to do is, put you on a pedestal and raise you up. But that gets frustrating.
That shit's the worst thing ever. When you actually trying to bring somebody up and they do something to try and bring you down.
Well, they say you can't bring everybody with you.
Facts. Yo, that's why I lose connections with people. Because I don't feel like everybody has the same intent that I do. Mm-hmm. Like my intent, like no matter what the interaction is, no matter what we go through, like my intention is to make somebody better. Like, granted, it's to make myself better too.
Right.
But I will always want the best for the next person. I'm not going to hate on somebody because they doing better than me or because they got more than me. Like, no, I'm proud of you. Like, I want you to keep going. Like, do more. Like, get more. Like, and it sucks when somebody that you want that for, one, doesn't even give a shit about your situation or doesn't basically want the same thing that you want them to have type of deal.
Right.
Like, that's just like the worst ever.
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
Zach, what's something about yourself you would change if you could?
I don't know. Everybody's creative in their own.
Would you talk in the mic consistently?
My man lips hit the joke.
I don't know. What did you say? Say it one more time.
What's something, if anything, that you would want to change about yourself?
Probably nothing.
Okay.
You want to change nothing about yourself?
Hold up. Chill out, gang.
No, I'm not. No, bro.
No, he was clarifying. I don't think he was trying to come at you.
Nothing, probably.
I'd change
only the weight. That's it. But I can do that.
But you doing that, though.
Yeah.
So.
I can do that. But
you down to like 8 cups now.
Shut up, bitch.
I'm fucking with you, bro.
I don't know what you would change because everybody's different in their own way. I don't think anybody should change.
I would change my patience.
Unless you. I mean, you said what?
My patience.
I thought you said pants. My fault. I don't know. I'm so damn tired. I thought you said pants.
My patience.
Patience.
For
pants.
me,
because I'm not like I don't have patience for nothing. Like
for me, it's similar, but it's patience for something that doesn't make sense to me. Like to get out this room, right? That's the exit door right there. Mm-hmm. But if every time you got up, you went through this door, then to go through that door, it would drive me bananas.
That would annoy the shit out of me.
And I need to learn how to not be because I don't want to become one of these baby boomers.
That could be a form of somebody's OCD. Like, I have to go through 2 doors to get to the next one. Like,
right. I mean, that was a terrible example, but like when people still come in the store and pay with a check, it frustrates the shit out of me. First of all, half of our employees never even seen a fucking check. They're like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this piece of paper?
Quick, how do you do this?
That's the crazy part too, because like that's a good thing I learned from the bank. It's like everybody is not going to be using money the same way you will use it. Checks, cashes.
In school, did you learn how to write a check?
I think they learned how to sign it, but not write it.
We had it. It was a section in our math book.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It wasn't a section in our math book, but we did have to learn how to write out a whole check. Yeah. Like,
I think it's good to learn to do that because
we had to know which was the routing number, the account number, all that.
I'm glad you learned that because
they taught us that.
Because some people don't even know what the hell.
They don't. Yeah, they don't.
They don't know what's your routing number, what's your account, so they be probably seeing a checkbook like, how the fuck I use this?
It was funny because I don't have checks anymore, and I had to get a check to send for my passport. And so I go to the bank to get a convenience check, and the guy's like, "All right, so this is like." My dude, I got it. I know how to write a check.
Because they probably got to tell people all the time that.
But I was like, right, he's probably got to tell people all the time.
If I was working there in a younger community, instead of me working in an older community up in Hocassin, I probably had to show people all the time, like, this is how you write a check. This is your routing number. Also, make sure you sign. You don't print. You sign.
But if you're not taught cursive, how would you sign? But anyway.
Well, at least have the first letter cursive something.
So I got to learn. I think the way I fix it is I got to learn how to ask questions to understand why people still do it. So you've seen me at work and I ask a person, like, why do you still do this? Mm-hmm. Generally curious to understand, because otherwise it frustrates the shit out of me because it makes no sense. But
that's real shit.
I think that's enough getting to know us for the night, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit. We'll probably resurface this subject in the future.
Yeah. Or, hey, your question of the week is ask a question of us that you want to know, something you want to know about.
Yep.
I can't guarantee you that you're going to get an answer, but we will try to give you an answer.
Yeah.
I think most things I'm an open book about. I don't think there's much I would not answer about.
We'll pretty much answer almost anything. Ain't nothing too fucking wild in my life. I mean, it is some wild shit. But
what's your final thoughts, sir?
We ain't gonna talk about that.
Not this week, anyway.
Yeah. My final thought: love yourself, love others, and do everything you can to make this world better. I'm always gonna say that because we need to make this world better. This is crazy.
Zach, if we could break you from your TikTok.
I love all y'all.
I'm on Amazon.
Love you too, bro.
I'm on Amazon. I ain't been on TikTok.
You on Amazon?
Yeah.
This nigga's on Amazon.
Prime Day coming up soon. Hold up. No free promo.
Final
thought. Health is wealth. So get outside. Do 30 minutes of activity. And drink water.
You should have said and eat kelp. That would have been bars.
But it was funny the way he was leaning back. You know that video of Biggie when he was like, more money, more problems. For me, I think it's kind of, when I was writing, sometimes when I'm writing subjects, I'm like, is this corny? Do people really want to hear this? Do people care? And I was like, even if nobody liked the episode, I thought it was just me thinking about the question. It's reflective, and I think it's important to reflect on yourself, to be grateful and thankful for the things that you love about yourself and that you do well, and work on the things. Like I said, like my risk aversion, I've been working on it, right? Mm-hmm. I was heavy into the Bitcoin shit until Saturday Night Live and did that fucking Elon Musk. Anyway.
He declined Twitter. Anyway. I thought he was really going to buy Twitter. It's a funny part. That nigga was a big-ass troll.
He did the same thing he did with Twitter to Doge. But anyway.
Yep.
So I think it's important to examine yourself. Like, journal. Like, journaling is a big way, or talking to somebody. Just talking about, being real about your feelings. Like we said before, like, as guys, you still have to talk with your peers about your fucking feelings.
It is okay. We are not going to judge you.
It's part of getting your shit together, right? Mm-hmm. Your self-care. His mic just
why your mic just dropped like that?
Get your shit together. Your self-care, your happiness, your inner peace, and your time management.
If you want to follow us, subscribe, all of that, follow us at Warm the Crib on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook. Actually, TikTok is Warm the Crib Podcast.
Okay. My guy is out here working, guys. He's giving you guys content.
Facts.
We done woke up the content monster.
I've been out here busting my ass.
It's funny. I don't know it anymore, and I'll just be like, promoted on what? I'm like, oh, D must have posted.
Yeah, we keep getting that promoted on.
You get that on all that shit.
Facts.
And after you finish watching this, go take a listen to it. You can listen to it on Apple Music, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, or any of your other favorite podcast apps. And if you just listen to it, go watch it, because we're funny as fuck and handsome.
I'm handsome.
One of us is handsome. Two of us. Zach's pretty good looking dude too. We don't let him be on camera.
We decent looking people out here.
Beg your pardon.
But until next week, guys, we'll talk to you soon. We appreciate you all, and thank you for tuning in. Peace.